Good to go.
Hey, what's up, Denver? The second most important thing in Denver is that it's freezing cold. We already know that. But the first most important thing is we blew up on TikTok again. Which I got to tell you is kind of fun. No wonder, TikTok was so everyone was so scared that it was down for now. When we were kind of like our clip was going viral, was that during the time that TikTok was down this weekend?
So I think that clip went live on Thursday, either Thursday or Friday. And then what day was the ban? Was it Friday night or
Saturday night.
yeah, Saturday night. So it wasn't doing much. But I think what happened was so your pick was the Commanders to go to the Super Bowl, which of
Yeah.
course is was kind of a long shot dark horse pick. And so after they won against the Lions Saturday, I think it started like really catching fire because it was like, oh, this is a hot take. And I noticed so it shut down Saturday night and then I checked it Sunday morning, just like, oh, and I was like, oh, TikTok's back up. All right. It was banned like 30 minutes. And yeah, then it was just like the numbers started going up. So gets caught in the algorithm and it just starts
It just
going.
it just hit. Well, and in defense, there was a lot of people saying some terrible things
Oh
about me on.
yeah, yeah. I'm about to reply to these guys right now.
Oh, I
It,
I I clapped back at a couple of them who shut down your take before the Commanders game, and then
yeah,
after the game, yeah. So
and then afterwards, I mean, that was a tough game for Lamar. You know, it was such a good football game. But they lost. But the Commanders, who would have seen that the Commanders just spanked the Lions like that, except me? So all those people that want to talk trash and tell me I can never talk on the internet again, I'm back.
mm-hmm.
That's
You're back.
right. Talking on the internet again. Yeah. I, Commanders, they put up how many points? Was it 45?
45, yeah.
45 points, man. They're the truth.
Yeah.
They'll
Yeah.
always be football team to me, though. So that was pretty fun. But yeah, the TikTok ban. I mean, will we rebuild? Are we recovered from that? You know,
I don't even know what's happening. I thought it was banned at the Supreme Court level and it was gone Saturday night and I was like, "Oh, there it goes." And I knew it was going to come back just because there's just it generates too much money. So like how long is this thing going to be down? But I didn't expect it to be down, for just a couple hours
Only a
or
couple hours. Well, I guess they so yeah, the court banned it, but then I guess Trump told TikTok that cuz this is the day before inauguration. I'm pretty sure he told TikTok he's like tomorrow I'm going to sign an executive order to extend TikTok. And then they just went against the Supreme Court because of that and turned it back on early. So they're like, we're back thanks to President Trump. That's what the notification on TikTok said. They're like, thanks to the efforts of President Trump, we're back. And that was like a day before inauguration, even. But he extended them for 75 days. He gave them an extra 75 days to get to a deal.
okay,
yeah.
so that's what it was. They're in the extension period right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
I
That's
I
good.
mean, just the vanity of our president is just shockingly. I mean, I guess it's not if you just put your name on everything, but the fact that the alert is like, thanks to the efforts of our president Trump.
It's like he's been acting
That had to be a
president.
stipulation. Like,
It's like he's been the
yeah,
acting president for like a month already.
Trump was like, hey, I'll sign this executive order, but I need you to make sure every single person knows it's me.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I
I
mean,
mean,
we're getting
TikTok,
close to 3K on TikTok now.
yeah,
Most respectable.
it's growing. But yeah, I mean, the mentioning of Trump was for sure just tapping into his huge following, probably to push lawmakers to lift the ban. Just, I'm sure it was a strategic move just by putting that little notification on there.
Hmm.
Oh,
But
totally.
yeah, but it's like, it's wild. I'm already seeing so many different like conspiracy theories and all these different things popping up about the whole kind of murkiness of the situation. The internet is so quick to run with stuff and just create these insane ideas, and they just catch fire. It's wild,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean, it's totally a conspiracy. I mean, the whole thing is, I bet you Trump is going to start shutting down everything in the middle of the night for a couple of hours. I mean, the way that, my kids were concerned. They're like, dude, if we lose TikTok, it's going to really suck. I'm like, come on, man. Just go to Instagram, whatever. It's the same stuff. But they were kind of shook. So now the goodwill that it creates for all the kids when they're like, yay, President Trump, it's genius.
Yeah.
You want to influence public decision, give people what they want, give them their little drug, take it away for a second, give it back, let them know.
Yeah,
Smart.
he's got that element figured out for sure. How to tap into certain demographics and
Mm-hmm.
gain the liking of certain groups of people. He's got that figured out for sure.
Totally. Well, so that was 150K. We had the biggest one was Tom's event uh that
Yeah.
went completely nuclear
Ramen.
at 267.
The
Denver
ramen.
Ramen Festival.
The
Yep.
Ramen Fest. Yep. And then the third, and this is kind of an interesting update and callback, was our Home Depot hot dog post that was very popular. And Troy, it sounded like you had your first Home Depot hot dog this weekend.
Yeah, I went to Home Depot to get a key made. Actually, it's a Home Depot I've never been to. And there's, what do you know? I walk up and there's the official Home Depot hot dog vendor out front. And it wasn't a third party vendor. This is like an officially branded Home Depot stand. And it was a good deal. It was like $8 for a drink, chips, and a hot dog. I didn't get one, unfortunately, but I will be back to try one. But
Nice.
it was kind of a myth buster experience for me. I'd never seen this before, so it was crazy. Yeah, so it's legit. And I went back through the comments on that post just to kind of revisit like what that conversation was, and it's so funny. Everyone was chiming in from literally all over the US. Like some people are like, "Oh, we have never seen him in Chicago." Someone's like, "Oh, we got him here in Louisiana." Someone's like, "Oh, used to have him in Connecticut. They got rid of him." Like everyone's from all over the US is just chiming in on their Home Depot hot dog experience. So it was pretty funny to actually discover it out in the wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe the other stores are sleeping because it's a Pavlovian response now. I think about Home Depot, I start wanting a hot dog. That's just how it goes.
I need to try it. What's it?
Yeah.
How does it compare to like the Costco hot dog?
I would say superior. I mean, you can't beat the Costco $1.50 price, you
Mhm.
know,
Right. All right.
but I don't
That's a huge plus.
huge, but in the Costco, I don't think you can get the grilled onions, right?
No.
You gotta have the grilled onions, and you can get the Polish, the like spicy Polish with the grilled onions, maybe some marinated, jalapenos in there. Little, ooh, yeah. I gotta go Home Depot. Just it's the best.
Yeah, I might need to go back just to get it now.
Yeah, nice. Troy, are those fires out?
I mostly there's still, so I'm not an expert on like the terminology for the fires, but um there I've been monitoring through an app called Watch Duty, which is really, it's like the best wildfire monitoring app. It's like the newest, livest updates on everything. So it's putting them at 63% containment, and there's still evacuation orders. But from what I understand, is it's not actual flames. It's just like, what's the word? Like molten, burning
Embers.
embers. Yeah, it's not like flames at this point, but it says status active, and it's at 63% containment. So there's two. That's the Palisades one, and the Eaton one's at 89% containment, but it's still active. So I don't think there's actual flames anymore, but there's still like there's a term for it. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but there's it's still risky apparently.
Mm-hmm.
There's
A
still
smolder? Is that
smolder.
the
That's the word, smolder. Sorry, I said molten, smolder. Yeah, there's
They're
smolder.
smoldering.
Yes, that's what it is. So it's not like
Oh,
burning, but it's smoldering. So I guess you can't classify it 100% contained until it's like it's done. There's nothing there.
yeah.
My understanding.
Yeah. I
Interesting.
mean, Home Depot is, speaking of Home Depot, holy cow. What are they going to do? Open up 6 stores?
Yeah. Oh, did they lose a bunch of stores in the fire?
No, just with the amount of building that's about to start
Oh,
going down.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
I mean,
yeah, there's a lot
Yeah,
of talk about
reconstruction.
where the materials are going to come from. Just like the sheer amount of materials they're going to need is insane. So
yeah, yeah. I'm really interested to see, what the governor of he's going to have to suspend permitting in some way, which I know is kind of like difficult for California government because they're all about them permits. But you're gonna have to do something, right? I mean, like,
Hmm.
how are they gonna build 1,000 places at one time? That's
yeah,
wild.
insane. It's crazy too. Like the houses that did survive, like they're literally there's nothing around them. Like the whole everything's gone. It'll be like one house in the middle of a however many square acres, nothing. And like these people, some of these people are already listing their house for sale. Like I don't want to, like I'm not gonna go back home. Like my town is gone. It's leveled. There's nothing there. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be
Hmm.
interesting to see how this plays out.
I know. It's just gonna take years.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the conspiracies are flowing. I've been seeing lots of stories about, oh, the exact path of the fire is the track of the new rail system that's to be built around Los Angeles and stuff.
I
Like,
I had to like get off X because it's so bad. I was like, people like all of a sudden everyone's a fire expert on there.
they're
Like
like
everyone,
Yeah, totally.
superimposing the maps over each other.
yeah, everyone knows more than the LA Fire Department on Twitter.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
just like, dude, this is. I had to get off of it. I was like, this is insane. I saw a theory where it was like laser beams being shot down from, and it was like some image someone posted, and it had like 8 million views or whatever. Like people lining up in the comments to like agree with with what this person's saying. It's just insane.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a big one. A good buddy of mine was telling me about that, about that the Hawaii fires was a high energy weapon that Bill Gates shot at so he could buy the coast of Oahu or
That's funny.
Maui.
That's what it was.
It's
Yeah.
like,
What's funny too is my friend texted me who lives on Maui, and he was like, "Oh, dude, watch. The same thing's gonna happen. Like social media is gonna take this, and it gets out of control with the theory of just a
Hmm.
brain rot." And he was right. I started seeing so much just misinformation online, and it's pretty wild, honestly.
yeah, I know. We're in a weird we're in a weird slippery place around truth and facts. You just can't. I think it's just best practice to kind of hold things loosely. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is a good bout of information, but I don't know if I'm 100% on anything anymore. You
No,
know,
no.
like, how can you be?
Especially with the AI stuff too, it's just making everything so like you have to really, really look at stuff to make sure the information you're getting is accurate, and you have to verify where it's coming from, and it's tough. It's super tough.
Yeah, the videos too. AI video now is just like, it's perfect, and that's how you can tell it's fake. Is that it's like, dude, this is way too good.
Well, I saw a video. I recently saw a video. It was like a diver pulling a hook out of a 20-foot great white's mouth. Like, and the shark's sitting there as he's pulling this hook out of the mouth. And I was like thinking in my head, how is this shark just sitting there not biting him? And I didn't even realize it was AI until I started scrolling some of the comments, and people pointed out as AI. And then when you go back and watch it 2 or 3 times, you're like, okay, this is AI. But at first glance, you would never know. You're just like, take it what it is at face value. But it's like this impossible situation happening in this
So
video.
weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's a weird time, man.
Mm.
Mm.
Guys, real quick before we move on here, I just wanted to let you guys know that the 2025 Denver Ramen Festival is announced, and they're moving up. They're going to the Stockyards Event Center now, and I think we have a pretty good shot to go message them and get in there and do an exclusive cover episode. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to them and just be like, hey, check out this video we did of you guys. We want to cover this. Where's the VIP tickets at?
Let's do it. I think I chatted with them briefly online too last year when that video was circulating. What's the
Nice.
date? The date on it?
Saturday, April 5th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Dude, they've got to. I mean, Tom Donahue is their main point of distribution. There was 19,000 people that shared that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that there's probably not a single more viral video about it than that one. Like,
Totally.
I don't
They
think there is.
Not
I
even a
bet
tenth
you
of that.
yeah, a significant portion of the people that showed up came from Tom Donahue's recommendation. It had to be more than 10%, because nobody knew about it.
Yeah, over
If
almost 20,000 shares on that. Like, what's up, Troy?
I wonder what percentage of ticket sales you are single-handedly responsible for.
They gotta give us a break here, because we'll go ahead and create a whole nother promo video on TikTok, and then we'll do an experience video. We'll go there. We'll try the ramens. I'll send them my ramen resume. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I have a whole spreadsheet about ramens. I have my own like ramen guide for Denver. So I think there's no one really more qualified than us.
Long before that video, Tom has been a ramen influencer without a doubt.
Definitely. Seriously. Maybe
What's
this is my
what goes on a ramen spreadsheet?
we back in the day, this is like maybe almost 3 years ago now, but we were working in our old office, the original office that I worked in for Kitcaster, and we just went on a tasting spree of like all the microwave like at home ramens. So you're like, just add water ramen kits, and we made a whole like spreadsheet with tasting notes and reviews and everything from the whole squad. And we would just try new ones like a couple days a week until we just started realizing that like those at home ramen kits contain like way too much sodium, and we were like, we got to stop this. But we still have it.
Is the Shin Ramyun Black on there?
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely on there. I could get it. I could pull it up right now.
My favorite.
They had scores, tasting notes, pictures of the bowls.
That's extensive.
Yeah,
I saw a video. I don't know if you guys have seen this too, that there's restaurants now that it's like a cafeteria, and on the wall there's just like packs of ramens everywhere. And then they have all the hot water, so you can just go. It's like you make your own ramen buffet type place.
That's cool.
Wow.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it looked cool. I was like, oh, that seems kind of fun, actually. You know?
Yeah, it is. Those things are great. Yeah, if only they weren't so bad for you. That's the only downside.
yeah. I got the Shin Ramen Black review up right here. It I definitely give that one a pretty high score. The Shin Normal, the red one, was one of my highest scores for sure. Shin Black, broth tastes great. It's not super spicy, but gets hotter towards the bottom. If you like a little bit of spice, this one's perfect. Noodles are great and soak up a lot of flavor. Overall flavor, we like this one a lot. Flavor's great. Dry ingredients actually tasted real. There's even more. Cooking instructions are on here. We have the overall rating,
Oh my god.
the cumulative rating between all the taste testers.
Have you tried this one? Is this one on there? I just messaged it. The Buldak Samyang 2X.
Bulldog Samyang 2X. I don't see it.
It's like the hot. It's insane spicy. I just sent you the link.
Wow. I think the hottest one that we tried is the Tapatio extra spicy ramen noodle soup.
I've seen that one. I've never tried it though.
It's good. It's one of my highest rated.
Nice.
Yeah,
So we
sheet's
got to get
legit.
in early promoting this event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna message them this week. But yeah, dang, that's exciting. I'm gonna have to hit them up.
Yeah. If I'm flying
Nice.
out if we're going to that.
Oh yeah, totally. We have to bring Troy out for that fast for 2 days and just go absolutely ham.
Yeah, April 5th.
Noted.
All right. Cool. Troy, you got some hot takes this week?
Yeah. We kind of already went over it, but just wanted to bring up the TikTok Super Bowl prediction. So half of yours
Yeah.
is still true. Blew up on TikTok. It was Commanders Ravens. Unfortunately, Ravens lost on the last play of the game. That was kind of when I noticed the video started plateauing in terms of like viewership is right after the Ravens lost. Then it was like, oh man, this
It
thing's
fell
not
off.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my prediction, my depressing prediction, Eagles Chiefs is still alive. So we'll see next weekend, this Sunday, conference championship round. So we got 4 teams left in the bracket. We have Commanders Eagles next Sunday. That will be the afternoon game, and then KC Buffalo, which will be the night game. And I think basically the whole world is pulling for Josh Allen to knock Mahomes out of this. So I think everyone's a Bills fan this weekend. So go Bills.
Go Bills. Are you sticking with your prediction or are you going to make a change?
I'm sticking with it. I feel I'm pretty strongly convinced that Eagles and KC are the best built teams for the Super Bowl right now. Really good Eagles, really good defense, #1 offensive line, and they can run the ball on anybody. Commanders, they're really exciting, but their defense is mid, and I think Jaden Daniels is gonna have a tough time against that elite defense this weekend. And then you just got to take KC at home. I'm sorry, Josh Allen, he's great, but he's actually never. He doesn't really have a list of playoff achievements. Like there's nothing to speak of. He's never won the big game. So I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. So I'm sticking with it. Sticking with my original prediction.
Love it. You can't get, I mean, no one can get past Patrick. I mean, that's the problem. But I agree, man. I think Saquon Barkley was probably the funnest personal story in the NFL this year. You know, it's not really a running backs league anymore. The running backs are very disrespected in the NFL now, but I love running backs. So watching him just absolutely destroy the season was awesome. I'm going Commanders. I'm holding my line with Commanders.
Got
and
to.
I have to. And I think that actually the Chiefs are going to beat the Bills. And then I have the Commanders beating the Chiefs. 35-17. It's going to be a shellacking.
I love it. I mean, if I could like have a perfect Super Bowl that for my personal viewership preference, that would be it. Because that would be like
That'd be great.
I need to see this. This is like peak entertainment.
I want to see sideline fighting between, you know, the team. I want Patrick Mahomes yelling at the other guys and getting upset. That's what I want.
Yeah. Either that or KC wins, Travis Kelce wins Super Bowl MVP, and during his speech proposes to Taylor Swift.
Oh, then we'll know it's scripted.
Yeah, the prophecy.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Roger Goodell presents the ring.
Right before he does that, the screen goes black, and then it comes back, and we're like, the game was canceled, but thanks to the work of President Trump, we've brought it back for this special proposal.
Yep. That's what we need. That's what America needs right now. And then third and final sports take / news update. Ohio State pulled off an incredible 28-24 win over Notre Dame to snag the 2025 national championship. Their first since 2014. They had a big league, and Notre Dame pulled it a bit closer towards the end, but Ohio State pulled away in the end. 2 powerhouse programs, so Ohio State's your national champion.
Good game. I mean, it wasn't as close as the score, says, but especially after that first drive, man, I was like, oh, here comes Notre Dame. It was a fun game, man. Tip of the hat to those guys. 2 proud franchises. Tip of the hat to NCAAF because the playoff was absolutely awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We've been asking for that forever, but it was so cool to see like non-SEC teams get an opportunity to play for the Natty,
Agreed.
Great.
Yeah, agreed. It was awesome.
So fun. Yeah, the new era now of NIL money and playoff championship football and NCAA, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like it rivals NFL for me now. I know for some folks they're really into college football, but now it's like, oh no, this is a premier product now, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Love it. Cool. Thanks, Troy. All right, Tom. We're gonna find out where we're riding, but let's go to Crypto Corner because crypto is soaring. What's Bitcoin at right now? It's like over 105, isn't it? And I think I saw Doge is up 6%.
Let's see what's going on. I think Bitcoin was at like 108 last time I checked.
And you were mentioning particularly there's some things that are ultimately very relevant of what's happening right now. Of course, we're a day after the inauguration, and there's expectations that there's going to be some executive orders. So, what do the children of Denver need to know about crypto today on Tuesday?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and as always, none of this is financial advice, but just, going over the news. There's a lot of speculation that Donald Trump's going to sign in some executive orders in the next, few days, maybe even today, involving cryptocurrency. One specifically, a lot of speculation is on that he's going to sign an order that makes it easier for banks, traditional financial institutions to hold crypto on their balance sheets, which would really make a difference for the industry as a whole. There's some specific regulations preventing that right now that they're pretty certainly probably going to be overturned. So many people in the industry are waiting for that to happen. And once it does, it looks like things are going to start moving. There's also a press release from the SEC this morning stating that they are, I could actually pull it up. SEC.gov. Okay, 3 hours ago, press release. SEC Crypto 2.0 acting chairman Uyeda announces formation of a new crypto task force. So they're going to be launching a task force dedicated to developing a comprehensive and clear regulatory framework for crypto assets, which is just what the entire industry's been asking for like the past 10 years, essentially. They clearly address how the SEC previously has kind of undertaken a kind of enforcement action policy to regulate crypto. And now they're kind of looking more towards a progressive and more future looking framework to set some clear regulatory standards, just so that people can know what's legal and what's not legal. And that will clear up so much stuff for the industry. So this is official from the SEC about 3 hours ago. So stuff's already happening.
Is there a way that they can differentiate too? Because there's all this wacky pump and dump stuff that's happening all the time, with the Hawk Tuah girl, and then what's the Donald and Melania Trump coins, and because it seems frustrating that a lot of these utilities that are getting lumped in with just kind of bad actors.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think that's what this regulatory framework is going to help to address. They're going to finally determine what's good and what's bad. Honestly, this pump and dump stuff with celebrity type coins, they actually, a lot of times, just kind of looking at it, seem like they might not really be illegal just yet. But that's all going to be clarified. So that's super cool. And also, if you want to know, I know you talked about Doge, but just go ahead and type in doge.gov and you'll see
government efficiency.
No, just doge.gov, and then you'll see what the general sentiment is about Dogecoin. An official website of the United States government with the Dogecoin symbol right there.
Unbelievable, man. Dude, and Elon, man, I know we're not a political show, but was he doing a Nazi salute at the freaking inauguration?
Yeah, I think you could just chalk that up to Elon being a eccentric mind. I think that maybe they took that a little too far. He obviously wasn't meaning that, but
he was just hyped up in the moment and just did something, and it just came out the wrong way. The gesture came out wrong.
Well, he was saying my heart goes out to you, but he very much did it in a not good way.
Boy,
really straight up there, at just the wrong angle.
Yeah, they need to adjust his medications. Whatever his handlers are, I was like, bro, you're at 13, man. Just keep you at 9. That's cool, but like that's it.
I mean, he was hyped up. Trump had just said that they're gonna plant an American flag on the moon, and he was wired up from that. So
Yeah, I bet.
anyway, we're
I
we're
give him the benefit of the
bullish.
doubt too. It's like, oh, clearly he's not, doing that symbol, but still, you look at it, you're just like, bro,
Hmm.
what's happening?
It wasn't the right thing to do for sure. Um, but yeah, we're bullish over here. Ever since the SEC announcement this morning, everything's been green, so
Yeah,
looking pretty solid.
Trump coin,
nice.
the coin of the weekend too.
Trump coin has gone from zero to the number 22 cryptocurrency in the entire world. So,
Yeah.
and of course, I had that show this weekend, on Saturday, and ended up taking some time off from the markets Friday night to lock in, get my playlist ready and stuff, and then of course right during that time is when the coin launched, when I pretty much watched the markets very closely 24/7 all day every day except for that like 3 hour time span.
Oh,
So we
dang.
missed it, but that's okay. I kind of want to stay away from it anyway.
Yeah. It's just there's
Yeah,
no
it
way to
looks
know
like
if it's a pump and dump. It's so hard. It's like it's just really hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's you never know, but this it honestly it's it's opening the floodgates because you know everything that people were unsure of up until now, well, the president just did it, so it's pretty much fair game for anyone.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I always defer to your judgment on these things, Tom. Not that you're giving recommendations. I know that for a fact, just for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Because if I'm getting information on some coin that's hot, I know that somebody's already losing the bag. So if that
Yeah,
information trickles to me, it's over. It's long over. I missed it.
exactly. So yeah, just unless
Nice.
you're
Where
locked
are we
in, just
snowboarding
gotta be
this week, Tom?
careful. Right now we got some reports in over the next 24 hours. We're gonna have anywhere from 2 to 6 inches at most resorts. Steamboat and Winter Park on the high end of that, and then no more chances of snow until the 25th. So that's Saturday. We made it through the polar vortex, everybody. So it's going to be warmer. Even today, it's already warmer. Like we said last night, -6, I think we hit. But it's warm out there today, and yeah, a little bit of residual snow happening in the mountains. I will be at Winter Park this weekend.
Nice. 2 to 6 inches. That sounds awesome. What about events this week? What do you got on tap?
Absolutely. One quick music event. We have Shipwreck. This is like some bass house, tech house type music. It's going to be at the Ogden Theater, and they got a nice lineup of support there. Solid group. I think it's definitely worth checking out. You're inside the door, I think around like $35 with fees. So if you're looking for some house music, you could check that out. One other thing that I wanted to mention, because I do think this is going to sell out. It was just announced, but this event isn't until next month. It's a Valentine's Day event from the 13th floor haunted house. Extending out of the spooky season, they're doing Love Bites, a Valentine's haunted house.
Nice.
Only the weekend of February 14th to 16th. Tickets on sale now. Completely Valentine's themed haunted house. There's so much different stuff that they have going on. You could do everything from, axe throwing down to secret bars. You can rent your own VIP cabana. Oh, an RIP cabana. VIP
Nice.
cabana experience. Tarot readings, date night packages. Like they're going hard for this. So this is
Dude,
a
I love that.
this is
That's
a
so fun.
pretty nationally renowned haunted house, this 13th floor. Um, so I'm sure what they're doing. I've been there once for their Halloween thing. So I'm sure whatever they're doing is gonna be pretty legit. Let's just see what a standard walkthrough is gonna cost you. But yeah, I'm mentioning this now because tickets just came out, and it's definitely gonna sell out. So it looks like from $29.99, so about $30 for a walkthrough.
Nice. That's awesome.
Get the fast pass though. I mean, it's rough. You could even get the skip the line pass. Because the fast pass line has another line. Then they also have this skip the line pass for an extra $10. I'd recommend it. I've been on that friggin' line, gotten off of it, and purchased a fast pass. So it's definitely worth.
You purchased the fast pass in the line?
Literally got off the normal line to upgrade to the fast pass
Yeah,
because we were on the normal line for like 2+ hours.
Oh.
And still like not even a third of the way through it. So
dang. Yeah.
It's necessary. So yeah, that's a cool little thing that's going on, kind of unique. Definitely check it out. And then I had one last thing. Oh yeah, we talked about this last week, but I'm going tonight. This is the first time I'll ever be at any stock show experience, and I think I'm gonna pull in a little bit early, maybe like an hour before. I want to just check out the expo floor because I know you've talked about it, Ryan. But I am going to Extreme Dogs tonight at the National Western Stock Show, so it's gonna be some dope canines who are trained in all sorts of fanfare and show tricks. So
it's the best
tonight.
It's my number one favorite show. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. Yeah, if you get there, it's gonna be obviously insanely cold. So I would wear your whole sweatpants under the snow pants situation.
Yeah.
It's cold. Even the Super Dog show is definitely cold, but like when you go see the animals exhibited underneath, it's just wide open, so it's like bitter cold. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna be there, so I'm super excited to check it out. Me and the GF are gonna hit it, and then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try the stock show event floor as well. I think there's no reason to not get there a little bit early and at least do a quick run through of the expo.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably get there around like 5:30. The Extreme Dog Show starting at 6:30 p.m. tonight. You're in there for $32. Plenty of seats available still. So that's the plan. I'll report back next week.
Nice. Awesome. Well, yeah, there you can check out the new, John Deere fleet. Make some time for that. Take a picture with some of the bulls,
Yeah.
Have some big bulls out there.
I'm excited. So it's in
excited.
is it in that same space, Ryan, that the crypto convention is in?
Yep.
The event floor. Okay.
Totally. On both sides of the highway too.
Oh,
so
really?
like the rodeo and stuff is like on the north side, and then the convention floor will have like all the animals that they're trading and everything.
Wow. Yeah, so I think I should be good, especially on a Tuesday, to pull over there and park. I think it's free parking. Just gonna head over there whenever I'm done for the day and do some browsing. Maybe come home with a nice calf or maybe a goat or something.
Yeah, man.
We'll see.
Dude, we get a little competition for our boys,
Dude,
get a couple of baby goats.
we could start up and we could challenge the Rocky Mountain Goat Yoga Squad.
Totally.
The market's obviously ripe, so
Heck yeah, man.
Undercut.
Bring some innovation.
yeah, we're gonna undercut them.
Undercut the goat market, the baby goats. All right. It's kind of a slow week. So I got a couple of things. I got a couple of events. We got free radon test giveaway event. Okay. Are you losing sleep, Tom, about the fact that radon may be linking or leaking into your apartment?
I know
Well,
that this is a serious thing around here, so
that's right. For some reason, Colorado has high concentrations of radon gas underneath the foundations of houses, and there's a lot of these like little extra vent tubes that somehow are supposed to get rid of the radon. I don't know, but you can rest assured if you go to this event Tuesday between now and 3 p.m., well, you got an hour and 15 minutes to go get a radon test kit.
hmm.
Tomorrow night, we have The Narrators, which is just a legendary Denver storytelling show that's also free. And donations are encouraged, but that's at Buntport Theater tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So the other thing I wanted to go over too, in lieu of any other events, and of course I want to let everybody know that we have a big breakdown of all the events. Plus, we're doing a donut giveaway from Jelly if they're subscribers to the newsletter. So go to realgooddenver.com, and we're getting lots and lots of subscribers over there the last couple of weeks, which has been awesome. So do that because I'm going to send out an email that says, "Go, you have 10 minutes to reply to get free donuts from Jelly." So we have secondary interview episodes of the podcast coming this week with my buddy Scott from Argo Cargo Bikes. We also have one from Susan who has As You Wish, and we also have one in the can with Josh from Jelly. So like we got lots of interviews coming. And then the other thing that kind of piqued my interest is that there was this thread in our Denver that was talking about weird recommendations you can have for Denverites. And I thought it was probably good to go over a couple of these and see how on point they are. So here we go. South-facing property, buy or rent a south-facing home or apartment to avoid shoveling snow from the solar heat. It's like, that is actually a very good tip.
Yeah, it's
If you got a
definitely true.
north face driveway, your job is hard. And if you let it build up to ice, you're gonna bust your ass at one point or multiple points during the winter. And it's just, you got that south facing, it melts it away. It's really smart. Okay. Tip number 2, moisturize and hydrate. Sunscreen, chapstick, and lotion. Full-time job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tom, what do you use for moisturizer?
I am using the CeraVe, I believe. And there's one other one that is really good, and I'll tell you in 10 seconds.
CeraVe is a very good moisturizer. My son is actually goes through like 3 of those jars. He walks out of the shower and like you can smell CeraVe across the whole house.
Yeah, so you got the these ones I know are the like top recommended by most dermatologists. The CeraVe for moisturizer or facial cleanser, whatever you want to do with it, and the Cetaphil are the two top ones. I'm pretty certain.
It's good stuff. You chapstick guy?
I personally am not. My lips usually do pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
But when I do, it's the Burt's Bees.
Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful moisturizer, Burt's Bees. But yeah, I think chapstick is just like a racket. It's like something you get addicted to,
Yeah,
you know.
it is. And most of them are like drying your lips out more over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just use a raw shea butter. I like oils better than I like lotions personally,
Yeah.
you know.
And even some Vaseline or like petroleum jelly, just a little dab of that right here.
Yep.
And then even if you're congested too, a little bit of that like right in the base of your nose, to clear up the sinuses. Also, another thing, if you're congested, the Vicks Vapo Rub, you rub that on your chest here, and that allows the aroma to come up into your sinuses and clear you out. Man, those are some major key tips right there.
Yeah.
But
Man, that's old school. That Vicks Vapo Rub when I was a kid, that was like going to a witch doctor, man. You know you're good now. You
It's
got that Vicks Vapo Rub.
it's crazy how and I've only really just recently gotten into that. But yeah, the quick major key tip, especially if like your you know, your sinuses are all torn up, you've been blowing your nose, something like that. You take a little Q-tip into the Vaseline, and then you kind of got to get it. It feels weird and gross, but you got to get a little bit of Vaseline like rubbed around the inside, almost like you're doing a COVID test, but don't go too deep, like just around the base here inside your nose. And then like 10-15 minutes later, you blow and you clean it out. But man, you're going to feel like a new person.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
That's some East Coast technique.
I just learned about it. Also, hold on, one more thing while we're on this.
We got the tips.
This is, you got to be careful with this one because it actually is addictive. It's proven to be addictive, but there's a product called Afrin. Do you know about that?
Yeah. Oh, Afrin. Just speaking of addiction, like some people are totally addicted to that, right?
There's warnings on it. It's like, this is an addictive substance. Like you need
I've never heard of
but you can just go buy it over the counter. It's a nasal spray, and you just go in, no matter how congested or sick you are, after 3 pumps of this in each side, you will guaranteed be clear. Like there's nothing else that can guarantee within like 10 minutes that you're going to be clear.
What is it, like a spray?
It's a nasal spray, yeah. But
it's a nasal spray.
It clearly says it's like, don't use this for more than like 3 days straight.
Yeah, because you develop a dependency. So like your nasal cavity will like collapse if you don't have it. So then you can like never breathe in through your nose without it.
It needs it. Yeah. So as long as you're good about it and you follow the directions, you're fine, but don't get carried away because it very clearly states on the box, it's like, this is addictive, so don't be stupid. But man, is it nice for when you like are absolutely dying and can't breathe. It opens you right up.
Okay, a couple other weird recommendations for Denverites. Avoid chain dispensaries. Keep the Christmas lights up until the stock show is over. Prepare to have your ID frequently is another one that I think people are talking about. And then it says emergency essentials is to keep a jacket, a collapsible laundry basket, and an emotional support water bottle in your car.
Emotional support water bottle, yeah. Definitely.
Why it's emotional support. But I mean, those are just, and if we're talking about your car, you got to have your Subaru,
Yeah.
I mean, Subaru, Tacoma, F-150. Otherwise, what are you even doing here?
I have an emotional support Ziploc bag of flavor blasted goldfish in my car.
You do? Nice. Snack bag.
Yeah, because, dude, you never know when you just are going to need a little something.
Can't be open, though. It's got to be sealed, right?
Sealed Ziploc, and doesn't matter if it's -5 degrees or 100 degrees, goldfish last through anything, and they're always the same.
Oh yeah,
so
totally.
That's
a snack won't make it longer than one trip in my car, but I do have truck blanket. You got to have a blanket for the pickup for sure, big burly one, and then I have all my tools. I have a whole separate tool bag for the car. Which feels good if someone's like, oh, do you have a phone charger? You're like, sure, here. They're like, no, for Android. I'm like, as a matter of fact, in my tool bag, I do have that.
I got another tip for the car, and I am dealing with this right now. With sub-zero and sub-freezing temperatures, never leave any sort of soda can open or closed in your car. Taylor left a soda can with maybe like this much, like a little bit of soda left, and I don't know how we've like created new matter. I feel like we've broken the laws of physics, but it overflowed. There was literally like this much left in it. Overflowed frozen soda, shot out of the top of it, and like completely filled the cup holder with like ice cold sugar. And I can't even clean it now until like the temperatures warm up because it's just completely frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal.
Man. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I'm telling you, like, it was an almost empty soda can. So don't do that. I
Yeah,
have,
that's.
sorry, I was going to say, I have a couple ones that I wrote here too.
Oh,
Um,
what you got?
and this could actually bring us into the highlight. But yeah, don't do the soda thing. It's so annoying because it's gross and terrible to clean. Um, don't try to be the cool guy or the hot girl. Okay, wear a jacket when you go out. Every place in Denver has a coat check. You don't need to be rocking a t-shirt on the weekend out in Rhino or out in downtown, or rocking your like cute top because you want to look good and you don't care about being cold. If you were to have done that this weekend, like, you would be in trouble.
Yeah.
Places might turn you away for just being stupid. Like, Kochek was working overtime on Saturday for the show that I did at Mockingbird, and everyone was nice and warm. Everyone waited in line respectfully to check their coat, and they waited in line on the way out to get their coat because they didn't want to be frozen. As soon as you walked outside, it was 0 degrees. Like, just wear your coat to the place and check it. And you know what? These coat checks, they're kind of going, they're charging now. Like, it'll be like $2 or $3 for your coat check or whatever it is, but it's worth it. It's not worth it to freeze and save $3.
Totally. I agree. There's something kind of sad when you see like a group of 3 young gals that have the tight short skirts and they're like inching in their like nice shoes through the snow.
Yeah.
It's like, no, if you get a proper puffy too, you don't really need anything else. You could have like beware very minimal clothes underneath that and be totally fine.
Yeah. Super puff. You got to get one of those. And you could check that
Man,
right in.
Tell us about the show, dude. How was it? I'm assuming that's your highlight for the week.
Yeah, that's got to be the highlight. It was solid, even though it was freezing temperatures, snowstorms. We packed it out. We sold out the pre-sale for the show and had plenty more people come in at the door and buy tickets. So we did a solid job. The venue, Mockingbird, is awesome. It's the place to be right now. It's just a place for people who want to dance music, and also, like, you don't have to be locked in the whole time. They have a whole separate area in the back with like chill rooms and lounge type spaces, couches, whole nother like quiet bar and stuff. So like, you don't have to be locked into the club experience the entire time you're there. But people go there for, some dance music, and it's a place to be for sure. So we'll be back there again without a doubt.
Nice. You ever record any of the sets? Like,
I did record this set. I have it. Yes. I'll be posting it soon.
dude, nice.
Nice, man. You send me a link. I want to check it out.
For sure. Without a doubt, I will send it. We had a solid squad of DJs this time, so nice variety of different types of music, and it was pretty lit. It was good.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. What about your highlight, Troy, from last week?
We already talked about it at the beginning of the show, but it has to be the Home Depot hot dog. I mean, there's no other answer to this question. It was just overwhelmingly awesome this weekend. Even though I didn't try it, but just knowing it's there, knowing it exists, and knowing it's near me is just something I didn't think was possible. So, yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna find a reason to go there this weekend and get it. I'll report back.
See, now it talks to you.
Yeah, I'll
You're like,
report
well,
back on how it was.
you're like, sweetheart, I'll be home in a little bit late. I got to go by a Home Depot. I think we need some fasteners.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Let's see. It's been so cold last week. Lots of football, so I just stayed home and cooked. I love it when it's cold outside. Just cook all day. I did a pot roast that was awesome. I've been doing my own refried beans. I've been cooking my own refried beans because it's the one thing I can make bean and cheese burritos that both my kids like, and I can meal prep them and they can eat them whenever they want. So I've been doing like refried beans, but instead of like lard, I use butter. And so it's like 4 sticks of butter and this big old thing of beans and just mash it up. It's so good. I did that. And the other thing I got, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Olive Garden and had the Tuscan soup. Are you familiar with this?
No.
Mm-mm-mm.
Well, it is probably my favorite soup. Like you can find like these like clone recipes online for a Tuscan soup, and it's kind of a light coconut cream base with sausage and kale and potatoes. Oh, it is unbelievably delicious. So, Mrs. Estes cooked up actually a giant batch of that yesterday, and I ate it all day. It's just the best. Like a giant hearty soup when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Sounds
the best.
incredible. Looks like with some freshly grated, is that Parmesan on top?
Yeah, or like the flaked kind of big chunk Parmesan. It is so good. It really is just my favorite soup I think there is.
That sounds
Um, let's
Very
see. Do
nice.
any other cold tips before we get out of here?
Oh man, that's a. Oh, I was gonna do some about like for like the super freezes, like protecting your home and or apartment. Um, so you should never have your thermostat set lower than like 63 to 65. Um, because people a lot of times maybe they'll like turn off the thermostat when they leave to go away or something like that. Really, in these months, if you're going to be away for longer than 24 48 hours, you got to make sure that your thermostat's pumping at least like 63 to 65. And if you're not doing that, you could risk your pipes freezing and having to do a lot of having to deal with a lot of money to get that repaired. And then the other two tips along those lines, um, especially if you're going down into like the 63 to 65 range on the thermostat, like if you're up a little higher, you don't need these as much, but you should open the cabinets under your sinks, like in the bathroom and the kitchen, any cabinets that have pipes in them, because like if those cabinets are closed, the warm air from the vents is not going to get into the cabinets, so that you could have some freezing under there. And then for the super cold, especially sometimes people have like their furnace break or something like that. What you could do is run your faucets on a very slow drip, something like I think they say like 3 to 5 drips per minute, 3 to 5 DPMs. And that significantly reduces the chance of your pipes freezing because you have the water moving in there. So it's not going to add up to like a big water cost on your bill, but it's going to save your pipes. So those are some
Clutch.
tips.
Yeah, clutch tips. And if your pipes do freeze, don't panic. Just don't, and also don't rush them to thaw out. 9
Mm-hmm.
times out of 10, they'll slowly thaw, and that's okay.
Yeah, don't be trying to run them and make them burst. that's how you that's how you lose out big time. That's what I got.
Cool. The only other event that just came to me now, I want to make sure people know about is East versus South high school basketball is tomorrow. Those will definitely sell out and won't, if they're not sold out yet. I think I talked about the game last year. The Denver South boys won with a last second shot to beat East, and it was the most exciting sporting event I've ever been to. The kids all rushed the court and we're going absolutely ballistic. It sells out, so like it's going to be in East. East has kind of a smaller gymnasium, so if you've ever been in a high school, it's probably been a minute, but you're in a high school gymnasium that's totally packed and sold out. It is an electric environment. It's going to be awesome. So girls play at 6, boys play at 7:30, and you can pick up tickets for like $7. So that'll be really fun for people that want to go check out some hoop.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think that's it, guys.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to our sponsor, Samana, float.com. Check them out. Check out kitcaster.com. You can follow and subscribe the show at realgooddenver.com. And please, we're scheduling a lot of interviews. If you have something upcoming, an event, a product, a launch, a restaurant recommendation, you want some extra distribution, man, hit us up. we're happy to promote your show or your event as always. And we appreciate the city of Denver. Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Have a
Yep.
good week.